Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Crime Family Chronicles. Yeah, we're gonna get into it today about a whole lot of things. So I'll probably be putting out, I don't know how many videos, because I like to keep them about 20 minutes. I know, folks have things they need to do and everything, and just can't, sit there and listen to, someone going on and on, about this crime family, because it's so much fraud, it's so much crime, it's so much just downright disgusting activity that's going on in that circus cult. That's exactly why I talk about it. See, unlike that commander-in-chief, shitty one, I understand people have things to do. He sit there and run his runny bowels mouth. And that's why I call it runny bowel mouth. Because that's exactly because there's nothing but shit coming out of it. Needs some damn Maalox. Again, as I've said before, for that mouth. Hours on end, he up there talking. Hours on end. So again, I keep these videos about 20 minutes each or whatever. Actually, so we're gonna get into it. So the first couple of videos I did, two videos I did actually was touching on some sexual immorality. I'm gonna continue off with that with the Lieutenant Dummy Sons. I already got the one who's married. So let's get to the one who's single. Yeah, the one who's single up in there, he got a bastard child too. So he just up there gave them a bastard grandbaby, another one. With the one sister who in there, y'all know who I'm talking about. And y'all know the son I'm talking about too, Drummer Boy. They told me, Drummer Boy. Yeah. And sitting up here fornicating. And he's standing up there touching on it, talking about, no fornication, no sex before marriage. What was they doing over there even before they sit up here and had these bastard babies? What was they doing? What were they doing before that time over there in that funeral home? What happened? Did it not come out about them teenagers? When we be in there having them meetings, y'all know what I'm talking about, the ones who said the old timers. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the ones who was in there during that time. What happened with them teenagers? We was in there having them meetings. He said up here, have us in there, the grown folks having meetings. They outside, the teenagers, in their parents' cars doing what? Having sex. All came out. Put you on blast. You had to come out before with that. But even before that happened, what happened? What happened before that? With your son, the one who's married to the one, going over there to her parents' house, and you had to get rid of that brother, put on them false allegations of child molestation, all because he said you better come out with the information. And all that happened over there at that funeral home. You better come out with that information, because he wasn't raising any whores. Because your son, the one that she's married to, was sneaking out of y'all house at night, getting a taxi cab over there to their house, laying up with her in their home. And let me tell you, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. We're talking about that girl, talking about that wife of his. The apple don't fall too far from the tree from her mama, who's sitting up in there. One of the ushers that he just had to sit down, who was sitting up there having sex with the other usher that he sat down. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Her mammy. Hood rat mammy. He wasn't even the father. The one he put them doggone child molestation allegations on. Lies on. They no allegations, they were lies. That man ain't touched her, and you knew that. Shitty one, you knew that. His wife knew it at the time when they was married. You was trying to get after his wife. Talking about, oh yeah, her hips and everything. Had brothers back there at that funeral home, sitting right back there talking about that woman's shape. Say you wasn't. Say you wasn't. You nasty dog, you. Yeah, you done sat up here and ran your mouth on everybody. But you don't sit here and talk about what you do in that crime family of yours. Up in that circus cult. And that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Let's get back on with this sexual immorality up in there. Yeah, the usher. The one that where her husband sit up here and he gonna put him out and get all scared and lock the doors. Oh, no, because you know it would have been a TKO. Iron Mike is what I call him. It would have been a TKO with you. One punch for real in that funeral home. Would have knocked you out. Up there run your mouth talking about, you know, we want to make sure we protect the kids. No, protecting yourself. You ain't nothing but a bully. Yeah, she's sitting up there and had sex with the other usher. And how the circus cult leader, because I got many names for your shitty one, you found out because his outside woman that he was having sex found out about them, and she called you the woman who's out here living her life freely that he was fooling around with, having sex with, and the usher that she was having sex with is the one whose wife took their 3 children and moved on back to Texas years ago. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Track star, usher, track man. Running. And that usher who's sitting up there talking about that one, I'm so glad he got divorced from you and he moved on with his life. I'm glad y'all child together, because that man sat here and he adopted your 2 children. That daughter of yours who's married to that minister of the Crown family. That wasn't his daughter, and neither was your son who used to be in there. And what happened? That service code leader sit up there and told you to put him out. Put your own son out on the streets. But he allowed for his lieutenant dummy sons to do whatever, and they still under his roof. Still in there. They still in that service code. And y'all members sit there and y'all listen to him run y'all down and everything. Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all who's still in there with your silly selves. He called you worse than what I'm saying. At least I'm saying it from a standpoint of wake up. And the ones who's gone from up out of there, they know. Everybody knows I'm telling the truth. Go ahead, stand up there and say I'm telling a lie. Go ahead and say I'm telling a lie, that I'm lying. I'm not telling any lies. You the liar. You the liar. Nothing but a doggone playground bully. That's all you are. Anybody stand up to you, sit on down, because I even stepped to you. Sure have. Did I not when I was in there? When I heard about that group text going around about me in that funeral home with that picture? Yeah. Somebody laughing. Who cares? But I was like, what you say? I asked you after service, did I not? And you gonna say, who told you? None of your business. But I told you who said it. You sat up here and had that mess going around. That's all you do. Run your runny bowel mouth. That's all you do. Yeah, you got that sexual immorality going on in there. You got child abuse. When I say that, I'm talking about sexual abuse going on in there. DFACS. That's 4 letters. Can you count? Come on, let's count. Let's count, circus code leader. Come on, shitty one. You barely skated out of high school. That's what you say. I know you did. Somewhere up there running your mouth. Country. Talk. Well water backwoods. Nigga. That's exactly what you are, poach monkey. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Come on, let's count them. DFACS. How many letters? D, 1, F, to C3S4 D facts. Department of Family and Children's Services. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to get on that too a little bit more. And I'm laughing about it too. And I'm not laughing about what happened. I'm laughing because I know what's coming. Let's move on to some more sexual immorality that's going on in there. I just sit up here and brought up talking about the child sexual violation. And I talked about this on the last episode. The twin in there. Why is it that this just happened now? Her oldest son, who is about ready to be 13 years old, within the next week, found in her bedroom one of the employees of one of them illegitimate trucking companies you got. He went back and he told you, did he not, service code leader? Did he not, shitty one? Did he not, commander in chief? And what you do, she's still sitting there. She's still sitting there. Didn't do anything, but what can you do? You set them down for usher. What can you do though? Because your Lieutenant Dummy son's just been running rampant through the doggone sisters up in there. They were just doing whatever. You don't even have standard anymore. It's gone. Yeah, talk about that. I want you to get up there in front of that camera and talk about that. Why is it that you are a religious organization leader, teacher, because you stand up there in front of that bubble board? I think you maybe got a new board or something. I don't know, with that little pointer thing. Really think you a professor in that raggedy ass dump of a building that's the doggone ceiling leaking. Y'all remember we had them doggone aluminum pan, disposable baking pans out there on the floor in that what they call a sanctuary with doggone paper towel in them so you wouldn't hear the drip. In there sound like somebody playing drums. Drip, 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 drip. So many around there, and you got mold in there. One sister, she's sitting up here and she couldn't even sit back where she usually sat because of the mold. Allergies acting up. Got mold up in there. That raggedy ass dump of a building. You had the nerve to have it up for sale for $1.6 million. Did you not? Yeah, you sure did. Last year, May 18, 2022, that's when it was posted. And guess who was the listing real estate agent? She in there. She's still in there. Yeah, she's still in there. She an officer. She going down too. Because she know, been in there, 16 years? Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Was so funky, stinking, nasty, that her own husband, the brother who in there, said that he didn't even want her to fix his plate. Yeah, said in the married meeting. Some of y'all sitting in there was in that married meeting. Some of y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Sure did. Yeah, she going down too. Officers in there sitting up here siphoning off that money of that 501c3 tax-exempt organization, that service code money. Yeah, and also you don't even have 150 members in there to sit up here have that 501c3 tax-exempt. No, you don't. Tell that lie to somebody else. You begging for members to come back. Did you not sit up here have the old man who in there sit up here, talked him into calling the one brother who was from Caribbean island? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was with them computers and everything. He left out. But sit up here, ask him to come back. You take anybody back in there. Sure would. Don't matter if they sit up here was quote unquote kicked out or they left on their own. And like I said, it ain't no distinction. It just means we all gone, all out of there. That's the bottom line. No longer in there. Whether you was quote unquote kicked out, graduated, or you left on your own. Don't matter. No longer in there. That's the bottom line. No longer in there and not going back in there. Like I said, the only ones that have no ambition. That's what you got left in there. The majority of them in there. They have no ambition to sit up here, go out here and make it in this world. They got to be codependent on you. Yeah, they sure do. Because they don't have any no ambition about themselves. No goals, nothing. Just deadbeats. Yeah, and I'm saying it, and that's not all of them, but the majority of them that you got in there, yeah, you even said it. You said you wanted the old members, a lot of the old members back, and all your big money members were gone. You stood right up there and said it. People know what I'm saying is true. Yeah, yeah, but getting back to that sexual immorality, yeah, you can't do nothing about it. Again, you can't do nothing about it. You can stand up there and talk about, oh, yeah, she retarded. Because, see, I know what you going to do. I know what you going to do. You going to stand up there and you going to try to throw up what I was doing when I was in there. I wasn't no bad member. No, I wasn't. Not at all. And I was giving good money. Sure was. I still got all my money order receipts. Dated back to 2009. Each itemized in a separate envelope. Money order receipts all the way up through 2016. Who don't have it? Who don't have it? I got it. I got it. Sure do. My base going up in there, $700 a month. $700 a month. I just go ahead and put it on out there. I know you had big that was giving way more than that. I remember the one minister who was in there with his wife. She worked at the big computer company. Yeah, she was bringing in by herself 6 figures by herself, and then he was working in computer, Simba bringing in big money. Yeah, sure enough, gave over $100,000 during the time they was in there. So glad to see them gone. So glad with their beautiful family see them gone on about their way. Sure enough, and you was jealous of them. You jealous of just about everybody. Just about everybody. You was jealous of them. Try to sit up there and have them get rid of their house. They rental property. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all old timers. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah, try to get mad because she didn't want to quit her job and stay at home when you remember you doing that. Just because you remember talking about your wife has to sit at home. Because you couldn't take rule over your home, try to put that stuff out on everybody else. Shitty too. Yeah, you was best friends with her. Besties and then turned on her. Would Sibber be on the phone acting like, yeah, be talking all good, then he come through the phone, through the door, shitty one would, and you sit up here, act like, well, what you call me for? What you call me for? And you was on the phone kiki and laughing with her everything. Supper, and you nothing but a backstabber. And like I said, you going down too with your political corruption. We don't get into all of it. Yeah. That doggone sexual immorality going on up in there. Yeah. Supper did that man wrong. And when I'm talking about that man, that brother wrong. Would you sit up here and let that little boy be violated like that? His father, you did him dirty. And her stupid self still sitting there at twin. Separate broke them up when we was over at the funeral home. Did him dirty. Did him dirty. With that landscaping company that you had them brothers sitting up and working at. He was one of them. And then the other one, they set up was from Ohio. Folks know what I'm talking about. Shut it down on them. And they're going to sit up here and have him leave. To have the one whose little boy just got violated by that teenage boy. Because the reason why you let that teenage boy still stand there is because you see yourself in him. You see yourself in that boy. And that teenage boy who's going around violating, and you allow him to walk through your doggone congregants. Violating them boy, that young boy in there, like that little boy, gonna scar him for life. And you got the nerve at twins, laughing and kiki and sitting up there smiling on the campaign pictures with your stupid self. Yeah, I said it, sure did. And the only reason why you sitting up here and you can go ahead, you can get the kid, you can get the boys anytime. You can get the boys, because you don't want them. You don't want them. You want to live your life on out here. That's why that man was caught in your bedroom by your oldest son, who's going to be 13 years old within the next week. And he went and he told the circus cult leader. Ain't nothing but a 3-ring circus in there. Bring in the clowns. And who is the ring leader? Him. Commander-in-chief. Shitty one. Circus cult leader. Nothing but a 3-ring circus up in there. Clowns. And he the chief of the clowns. Sure enough, that crime family. And it's a cult. Sure is all clicked up, yoked up in there. No, I won't go out there. Stay in this bubble. Look, I'm getting to sit up here, go ahead and cut this video short right now because I don't want to go over. But I'll be back with some more videos because I got more information and I'm going to be back. I will be back, okay? So again, thanks for joining in and listening in to another episode of the Crime Family Chronicles. Until next time, I'm signing out.